tell you where the fish are.
Triple! Get in there!
Tell you where the
That's a
fish
nice
are.
fish.
Yeah, man.
I tell you where the fish are.
Woo!
Make it clear.
Hey guys, Kyle McClelland of XXL Chrome Chasing. Today I'm going to show you how to cure eggs for Great Lakes salmon. I'm going to show you my favorite egg cure recipe and what's most productive for me here in northern Michigan. So I like to use a mix. I like to use Pautzke's Fire Cure and BorX O Fire Cure. I like to do the mix because the Fire Cure will penetrate the eggs, they drain their juices, and they reabsorb their juices after about 10 hours. Then I'll hit them with some borax after that because that makes them tacky and they'll stay on the hook better. So I like the combination. Works really well for me and stays on the hook well for me and my customers. So the first step I'm going to do here is I'm going to butterfly these skeins out. It's really important to start with nice blood-free skeins, and to do that you want to bleed your fish out very well. You know, right when you catch your fish and she's still alive, you want to make sure to clip her gills. That way she bleeds out for 20 minutes or so, and that way you won't have any blood in them. Because what the blood does is it'll make the eggs go bad faster, and so they won't preserve as well. So you want to make sure to get that all out. Just let her bleed out for a good 20 minutes or so is what I like to do. So here's what I'll do first is I'll butterfly these skeins out. And I don't like to use scissors. I like to use my hands. I found that scissors kind of cuts up too many eggs in the skein and it doesn't hold together as well. So I'll use my hands here, and I'll start with rubber gloves, and I'll just gently pull those skeins apart so they're nice and flat. And essentially why I do this is just so all the cure has a chance to get to all the eggs. And most of these skeins you won't even need to, but see, just a little few pulls with my hands and I got that nice and butterflied out, and there's no eggs that are popped, you know, as there would be with scissors. So I got both of these nice and butterflied out. Now I'm going to hit them with some Fire Cure here. So I'm not going to use too much Fire Cure. I'm just going to dust it just enough so there's a nice layer on each side, and I'm going to massage the cure into the eggs. You don't want to use too much. If you use too much, you're going to burn the eggs. They're going to have a real dark color if you do that, and they just won't turn out as well. So I'm going to start and just give them a nice layer on each side. Nice layer. Like I said, don't want to use too much. Always start small, then you can obviously add more. So I'm going to start with about that. I got about all the eggs exposed on the top. I'm going to flip the skein. Now I'm going to hit them on the membrane side too. And you can go a little heavier on the membrane side because that's just going to help toughen up your membrane. You know, not too heavy, but okay. I'm going to flip them back over one more time. See, I missed a strip there. Let's give that a nice dusting. Flip them back over. Then I'm just going to hit it just a little bit more. Now I'm just going to massage that cure into the eggs. So I'm just going to gently massage it in so you know the majority of the eggs are exposed. And the cure's not overdone on one group of eggs. But it's already fairly well done here. And those are good to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these eggs in a Ziploc bag. And like I said, the Fire Cure is going to make them drain out all their juices, and they're going to reabsorb their juices. So I'll let these eggs sit in a Ziploc bag for about at least 10 to 12 hours. I like to let them sit overnight. And yeah, they're going to drain all their juices, reabsorb them, then they're going to be nice big eggs ready to fish. Okay, so now I've had these eggs curing in Fire Cure for about 12 hours now. So they drained all their juices out in the bag, then they reabsorbed them. You can see here we have really nice plump firm eggs. So these eggs are really nice. They're colored great, and they're going to hold their color great in the water as well. So like I said, what I like to do now is I like to hit them with some BorX O Fire, because the BorX O Fire, it's gonna firm up your eggs and they're gonna hold on the hook, and you'll be able to fish that egg cluster for a long period of time until you get bit. It really works well, especially when I'm fishing with people without a lot of experience. You know, there's a lot of room for error with them. So I'm not gonna go too crazy here. I'm just gonna hit a nice gentle layer on each side of the eggs. That's about perfect right there. Now I'm gonna flip these over. I'm gonna hit one on the membrane side. And you can go, like I said, you can go a little heavier on the membrane side because that's just gonna help your eggs stay together better. The stronger your membrane is. And that's perfect. Now they're ready to fish. So you can put these eggs in a Ziploc bag, but what I like to do here, actually, is I'll show you guys, is I like to roll them in paper towel, so that way the paper towel will absorb excess juices, and they'll just help your eggs stay firm and hold together. They're really nice. I love doing this. So I'll just put the eggs on the paper towel. I'll roll it a couple times. I'll put the next skein in there. And I'll roll that forward. And I'll just place this in my Ziploc bag just like that. And you can see there's some cure from just the table, but these are nice dry eggs, perfect for us in the Great Lakes. Real durable eggs, and really saves you on bait when you cure eggs like this, because you don't go through nearly as many. So, and they hold their color nice and works really well for our salmon here in Michigan. Okay, so we'll recap here, guys. So these are our eggs. These are uncured eggs. Just getting ready for the process. This is what we begin with. We got about 4 more gallons to cure up here in a minute. These are eggs that are soaking in the fire cure. We just hit these in the fire cure, so these will be in the fire cure for, like I said, 12 hours. You want to let them sit. Now we have our finished eggs right here. So what we did here is we took these out of the fire cure. We laid them on some paper towel. We put a gentle layer of BorX O Fire on each side of them, and we're just gonna let these air dry here for a couple hours. The air drying and the borax just really firms up those eggs, tightens them up, and it just makes them super durable, so they'll stay on the hook well, especially for guys like me who fish a lot of people who aren't experienced and will rip skein off the hook. We'll fish these egg clusters a lot of times till we get bit. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. After these skeins are done air drying with the borax, I'll just roll them in some paper towel and I'll place them right in the Ziploc bag, and that's what works best for me.